It is a beautiful night for baseball. Little bit of a breeze if you're headed to the ballpark. Bring a jacket. First pitch in less than an hour at 7:05 p.m. And this stadium is still owned by the city of South Bend, of course, but it's about to get another multi-million-dollar makeover with plans for a new upper deck, more seats, a new event and catering space, and a whole lot more. My ABC 57 co-anchor Jennifer Copeland recently sat down with the South Bend Cubs owner to talk about what's in store for fans.
It looks very different than what I saw back in 2011, but we had an imagination. We thought about what it could be. You know, the bones of this stadium are really good.
Andrew Berlin had a vision 13 years ago when he bought a struggling minor league baseball team known as the South Bend Silverhawks for both the team and its city-owned ballpark too, known then as Coveleski Stadium.
I have to say, we had a lot of doubters. We had a lot of people who thought this is a fool's errand of some sort and that we weren't going to be successful. At that time, the Silverhawks had struggled for such a long period of time. People who grew up going to games where the stadium was not clean or where the stadium was falling apart, and that was their paradigm. That's how they thought about this place. But when I got here, I saw something that could be much better.
Berlin sat down with ABC 57 anchor Jennifer Copeland for an in-depth interview about his passion.
You also have a very deep love for the Cubs
Yeah.
and baseball.
Yeah, I do.
Where was that born?
Like a lot of people, starts in your childhood. I remember my father taking me to Wrigley, and the way Wrigley is set up, you can't see the field from the concourse, which is unfortunate.
Berlin still has a childlike awe when he talks about the hallowed ground at Wrigley Field he experienced as a kid. Now, as a successful businessman, Berlin is part owner of the Chicago Cubs, the team he fell in love with when he started going to games with his father at the age of 5.
When you get through that concourse and you walk up the stairs, you know, and all of a sudden the splash of green in the field of Wrigley, and the sights and the sounds, the smell of food, the sound of the crowd, the view of the park, it was, for a little kid, that is just astounding. I always had a great time at a ball game.
Now, as the owner of the minor league South Bend Cubs, Berlin's mission is to make sure other kids and families can experience that same sense of wonder right at Four Winds Field, having already put more than $30 million of his own money into the ballpark and the surrounding neighborhood.
85% of our fans, when they leave, can't even remember the score of the game.
Oh, wow.
It's very different than Wrigley, you know. So here, they're coming for, you know, the camaraderie, the community, the fun. They're bringing either children or it's a date night.
And take a look at what he has in store at the city-owned stadium now. A new upper deck with private indoor suites, expanded seating to bring the capacity up to about 10,000 fans per game, upgraded concession stands too, more bars and party spaces, and the biggest addition, a 4-story multi-purpose building connected to left field by a new pedestrian bridge that will house a children's activity center, family and corporate event spaces, new kitchens, and much more.
As you look out here and you imagine your vision coming to life with this redevelopment plan, what's that feel like?
That, I think, is going to be one of the biggest wins for South Bend. It really is, or the entire region, actually, because we think about our fans generally are within a 45-minute radius around our home plate, a driving radius. But we want to be able to use this stadium all year round.
But this time, he won't have to use his own money. A new law signed by Governor Eric Holcomb last year allows the city of South Bend to collect $5 million a year in existing tax revenues over 20 years. And about half that money will go towards this major renovation and stadium expansion.
We went down to Indianapolis, and we lobbied the House and the Senate and the governor, and they all agreed this would be fantastic for the county and for the city. The state has a surplus every year. Go figure, right? You can actually have a government entity that runs at a surplus. And as a consequence, the state can afford to make these investments as far as grants go to various community projects, whether it's building hospitals, schools, roads, or improving stadiums.
Are you done after this, or is there more to come?
There's more to come. I can't settle for the status quo. We'll always be improving it. In this ballpark, it's all positive. It's clean, it's fun, it's affordable, and it's safe. And for me, having a space like that in downtown South Bend is such an important part of what makes the city great.
Well, the construction here at Four Winds Field will take 2 off seasons to complete. The work is going to start this September as soon as the season ends, right after the final Cubs home game, with the upper deck and the suites hopefully complete in time for the 2025 season next spring. Then the entire project should be complete by the spring of 2025, including that new, or 2026 that is,